on the verse, "And of every living thing of all flesh, two of every kind you shall bring into the ark to keep them alive with you." The sages say in the Midrash, that was written about 2,000 years ago, Bereshit Rabbah, chapter 30, paragraph 13. The ram did not enter the ark with Noah, but its offspring did. The sages say, "Know this, there was a giant creature called Ram, and there was no room in the ark to bring it in. Today, there is a creature that looks like a deer and is called Ram. Over the generations, that name was given to it. People saw its tall horns and called it Ram. We saw it. But that's not the original Ram. We have an interesting description from the sages of what the Ram looked like. When David was tending his flock, he found the Ram sleeping in the desert, and he thought it was a mountain, and climbed on it. It's possible to explain that this Ram, when asleep, probably tucks its head inward, or perhaps from that angle it simply can't be seen, so David thought it was a mountain. Suddenly the Ram stirred and stood up. David felt like an earthquake had hit. He was lifted into the air, and if he had fallen, it would have been dangerous. At that moment, David said, "Master of the universe, bring me down from this Ram, and I will build you a sanctuary 100 cubits tall." Some say they measured its length, others say its circumference. Meaning, just as this Ram was 100 cubits in length or height, David vowed, "If you save me from the Ram, I will build a sanctuary, the temple, of that size." Some say the Ram was 100 cubits long, others say its circumference was 50 cubits. After all, there are many types of dinosaurs. Some are small, and some like this, a certain species. What did the Holy One, blessed be He, do? He sent a lion. When the Ram saw the lion, it recoiled in fear and lay down. The Ram, although enormous, was still a lizard, a reptile. Reptiles are giant lizards, and lions strike fear into them. It saw the lion, immediately lay down, and David got down to the ground. When David saw the lion, he too was afraid. As it says, "Save me from the mouth of the lion, just as you have saved me from the horns of the Ram." Decades ago, when I read this Midrash, one thing bothered me. It says here, "horns of the Ram." But dinosaurs, where do they have horns? Exactly before the book, The Coming Revolution 2, was sent to print, there was a big stir in the scientific world. They discovered a dinosaur with horns, a large dinosaur weighing 5 tons with horns. And later it was found that there are more like it. And today, there are findings that have raised questions among researchers. They don't have an answer to this question. But according to our Torah, there is an answer. There are several places in the world where cave paintings have been found depicting dinosaurs from several thousand years ago. For example, in Rhodesia, which today is called Zimbabwe, they discovered cave paintings, and among them, there's a clear drawing of a brontosaurus, the dinosaur with a very long neck, shown stretching its neck into a lake to drink water. You can see it inside a pit. Scientists have no explanation for how they drew a creature that supposedly went extinct 65 million years ago. There are several such places around the world. According to the Torah, the answer is simple. They drew what they saw. People saw dinosaurs before the flood. They saw many of them. After the flood, only a few remained, but people still encountered them. Anyone familiar with ancient cultures knows that in every civilization there are drawings from 500, 1,000, or even 2,000 years ago of what we now call dragons. These images appear in China, India, Egypt, and many other places. Dragons were always thought to be figments of imagination, but when you compare the drawings to fossils discovered today, you can see that they were drawing dinosaurs. Yes, there were mythical elements like fire breathing, but the core drawing, the form, resembles dinosaurs. So not everything was imaginary. They drew what they saw in their time. There are even drawings that match exactly the fossils that have been discovered in recent generations.